Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and yes, an upload today. I'll be honest, I didn't want to do this one tomorrow. I'm excited, I want to do this one right here, right now. Who is that rat at the training ground? Who is the guy leaking the information? Who is the person stirring the shit at the minute in Newcastle United? I'll be honest mate, you're giving us content, so thank you for that, but seriously though, you know for a fact Steve Bruce is going to be pissed off about that story getting out. You know the players are probably, I'd not say anxious, but you imagine, you know, they'll be like looking over the shoulder. Obviously, you potentially say anything about the club, but yeah, very interesting, you know. Newcastle, of course, got West Brom on Sunday, a huge game for the club, but listen, forget about the shit on the pitch. We've got to deal with the shit off the pitch as well, and yeah, getting very intense at the minute. But if you guys are new to the channel, of course, make sure I get down there, subscribe, smash like button, enjoy, appreciate your support as always. But yeah, just under 7,000 subscribers, so you can hit that, that'll be class. So cheers for the support as always. But I have got evidence, not in this case, but I've got evidence of someone leaking stuff at the club, so I will put that suspicion in this video. But yeah, pretty much we're going to narrow it down to begin with. We're going to tick off who it's not, and obviously try and get it in a little circle, I guess, of the people who I think it is. But pretty much, of course, last season, Craig Hope, you know, a journalist, obviously leaked the information. Of course, he made his theory about Sir Maximin having a bit bust up with Steve Bruce. Yes, he got proven wrong in the end, or at least his source was wrong, but I believe the person that told him that source last season is the same person in this case. We know straight away, obviously, it happened in the training ground. We know it has to be a player or a coach. It has to be someone that works in the training ground. So we know that part. And obviously, based on my logic, the same Maximin, I don't believe it could be any of the new signs, of course. So even Graham Jones, no assistant head coach, I think he is. I don't think it's him. I don't think it's Callum Wilson, Fraser, Hendrick, you know, Willock, Gillespie, you know, any of those players. Obviously, I think it has to be someone last season. But yeah, next bit we get into really, obviously Craig Hope is a journalist. He's not a worldwide journalist without obviously insulting the guy, you know. He's not massively known, you could say. It has to be someone, you know, it's been either been at a club for a decent amount of time, or obviously someone that's in and around the club, you could say. In my opinion, without trying to sound, I guess, stereotypical or anything like that, for me it has to be someone that you know, that's English at least, you know, someone that obviously understands journalists in the local area, you know, not someone that just only plays football, like. I don't know if I sound bad saying that, but yeah, for me, you have to at least know the area, because otherwise you're not going to know people like Craig Hope, for example. But yeah, and now my next bit, which player do I think it is? I do believe it is a player. In terms of coaches, a coach, if they said that, would get sacked in the spot, in my opinion, whereas a player would get bollocks, but I don't think they get sacked. A player, they would probably just get a big telling off on Steve Bruce, I imagine. But I think a coach would generally get sacked or leak this information, so I don't believe it's any of them. Because let's face it, right, if I was a coach in Newcastle, you know, what was it like, God knows what, like a class wage for a year, right? Would I leak information and obviously risk losing my job? No, I wouldn't. I'll be honest, I wouldn't. Whereas a player, you know, one, the ability, so let's say, Sim Maximin, let's just say he said it, right? He gets kicked out of the club, right? He'd go to any other club, any club would take him, of course they would, he's a class player, but that's why I've got the sort of no fear in the players, I would say. You know, the players can know if they get shafted and just go somewhere else, but now my next suspicion, I'm going to pinpoint a player here, but this is the only one I've got suspicion on, to be honest. Sean Longstaff, you know, of course, obviously Binks is in an Xbox party with one point, you know, obviously people that know has been an Xbox party with him. I didn't imagine, right, a bunch of Newcastle fans, Sean Longstaff an Xbox party, you know straight away what question's going to be asking, you know straight away you're going to be saying, and yeah, I think Sean Longstaff must be a bit of a naughty boy, to be honest, but I'm not saying anymore, don't want to get anyone shafted, essentially, but just imagine, right, you can imagine what they're saying in Xbox party. I don't need to say what they're going to say, but you know straight away, if I was the party for long stuff, you know what questions I would ask him. So, yeah, my opinion, I don't know if it's him, but I know he has leaked information at some point, so, yeah. Listen, I don't know if it's him in this situation, but, yeah, I've got suspicion that it could potentially be him. I don't know what it is with the guy. Obviously, people know I'm not a fan of a footballer. I just don't believe he's been good enough on the Steve Bruce. Regardless of that's the manager or the player, whatever. He just hasn't been that good last season a bit. But in terms of the player, though, of course, obviously, I want to see him do the best. But listen, I know he's been saying that Xbox party, son. And yeah, who knows? It's been Craig Hope could be speaking to. But listen, not just him. He knows what about 30, 40 players probably in the training ground at once, you know. Even players like alongside Atsu, Saiva, I mean, these are players I haven't played in years, but they're still training ground every single week, you know. Who knows? But, yeah, I'm not going to say it's him, but he's the only one I've got suspicion on. The only one I could really think of is probably one in the local area. I can't imagine a player like Martin de Bradgar, Sim Maximin, and one knowing Craig Hope. That's what I'm going to be honest with, you know. yes, so probably some of them might know who he is, but really they're going to be leaking information at Critical. There has to be someone in the local area. I mean, I'm sorry. Obviously, considering local area, you know, Carroll, Dummett, the long staffs, and obviously there'll be a few other coaches, players, etc. But yeah, there's not too many people you could really blame it on. But listen, if I'm proven wrong, fair enough. But I have got my money on Sean Longstaff. If I was going to put a bet on, I would put it on him, I'll be honest. But listen, guys, you're entitled to think what you want. But yeah, this is my sort of thought on who I think the rat is. Do I think it's him? Ooh, I don't know. I'll see how the weeks transpire, but of course in the press conference today, Steve Bruce said he's going to investigate on it. And I'll be honest, I think a player in the dressing room probably will overhear someone else saying something like that and probably grass him up, maybe, I don't know. But I think he's going to get to the bottom of it. I've got a good feeling he will. If not, you know, at some point, you know, someone else will get leaked a story, and I think they will get caught eventually. But we'll see how things transpire though, but I personally think it might be him. That's what I'm saying. But listen, guys, enjoy. Obviously, theorise your own things. This isn't obviously me saying it's him, you know. I haven't got any evidence to prove it. I've got evidence of him doing something else, but I haven't got evidence in this case, so obviously don't take my word for it. It's just me predicting, I guess. But anyway, look, take care, guys. I guess that's it, really. There's not really much more to say, but appreciate you watching. Take care, and yes, I'll see you all on the match on Sunday.